closures are going to begin next Monday on Highway 165 at Lonewa Road in Sterlington. Jasmine Bingham takes a look at the possible impact on your commute. Jasmine?
Yes, Jennifer. Mayor of Sterlington, Matt Talbert, says the lane closures will be for construction and should take place both during day and night. DOTD says they began development plans for the intersection in 2020. They collected data like crash history and traffic volumes and talked with local officials on feedback to look at what would work best for the area. They say the project will include removal of the median on US 165 on Lonewa Road and converting Lonewa into a right in and only out. DOTD says directional U-turn openings will be built north and south of the intersection. One Sterlington Town Council member says they've received complaints about the intersection.
The intersection has been very unsafe. We've had a lot of complaints from citizens, business owners. Wrecks happen from either vehicles making U-turns, vehicles coming out from the Johnny's gas station intersection. There's either of those driveways and just not looking. If you're coming out and then looking to the left or north, it can be obstructed by some of the businesses and trees and stuff like that.
House says while this may economically affect businesses along Lonewa Road like his, he believes the loss of a life is far more expensive than the temporary loss of business. Jennifer?